is right now. We're gonna go with 12. Fun fact, sometimes I fill these intros twice with 2 different day numbers, just in case. Alright, so today it is day 12 of 15 days of foundation. I'm feeling it, you guys. Feels like day 12. So as I mentioned during day, I want to say it was day 6, Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. A couple of these foundations during this series are ones that have just been asked about a ton by you guys and that I've already tried out a few times and didn't have good experiences with, so I just never kind of reached for them again. So today we're going to be talking about the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation. I have the shade L42 here and L44. Kat Von D did just recently come out with the shades L41 and L43, and there's now 30 shades in the entire line. I love when brands do that many shades of foundation. It is awesome. So just to give you a little background on what I thought of this shade, this is the shade L42. This is one of the palest foundation shades out there. I'm not sure if L41 is lighter, but I kind of want to get a little sample thing from Sephora to see. All right, swatch time. I just did these swatches and then talked on the phone for like 20 minutes, so let's see if I remember all of these. So right here we have the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation in L42. Here it is in L44. This is the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB in the lightest shade. Urban Decay All Nighter in 0.5. Etude House BB Concealer Foundation that I did a review on during this series in the lightest shade. And Dermacol 208, which is the lightest shade of Dermacol, and I also have a review on this. If you are very, very pale, I did a whole video on extremely pale, like too pale for me foundations, and L42 is one of those foundations for me. This makes me look very ghostly. If you're extremely fair, L42 could work for you. It has a ton of pink in it. So super quick, my initial thoughts with this. I've tried this foundation probably 5 or 6 times over the years, and every single time it just looked super cakey, super heavy on my skin. I have not understood the hype about this product. There's just something a little bit off about it. It looked very chalky, very heavy. And some of you guys have told me that the formula in L42 is actually a little bit different than the rest of the line. I'm not sure if that's true. I don't think Kat Von D has ever like come out and said that. So when I heard that, I wanted to pick up this foundation in a different shade to see. And I picked up this shade on Glambot. Here's my little Glambot sticker. It's basically where you can buy and sell pre-owned makeup. I always shop on there when they have one of their big sales because that's really when you can get a good deal. I know they have one coming up for Black Friday, and I believe I still have a 30% off coupon code that works for you guys, so I'll link it down below in the description box if you want to check it out. But I got this, I think 10 or 15 bucks cheaper than retail. You get 1 fluid ounce of product in here, and this retails for $35. I'm just gonna read some of the claims on here. Says it's a high pigment full coverage foundation with a matte finish and 24-hour wear. Now with a new look in a total of 30 shades. Oh yeah, totally looks different. Oh man, wait, where are you going? Come back. Anyways, with just 1 light layer, this creamy formula corrects discoloration, stops shine, and hides blemishes. Sign me up. Formulated with 21% pigment, this powerful foundation is loaded with proprietary ingredients, total matte coverage that stays waterproof, fade proof, and transfer resistant all day long. It says Kat Von D does not test on animals, and this is also vegan. So I think that's all the claims. We will see if L42 is any different than L44. If you're enjoying 15 days of foundation, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you're new here, you can join the Bayrito family and subscribe. It notifies you every time I put up a new video. If you want to see how this foundation applies and wears throughout the day, you're in the right place. Just keep watching. Alright, so I've already washed, moisturized, primed my face with the Jouer Anti-Blemish Matte Primer. I am breaking out a little bit right now. I don't know what it's coming from. I'm trying a new face wash too, so it could have been that. But anyways, I'm gonna do a sponge. This is a brush. I'm gonna do the AOA Studio F4. This is a $1 kabuki brush. I'm gonna do this on one side of my face and then my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge on the other. We're gonna break the Glambot seal of approval. So like I said, I'm gonna be trying the shade L44 today. Have not tried this shade yet. My L42 is looking pretty rough. Okay, already the consistency of this squirts out way different than my L42. So I'm gonna try my sponge first on this side of my face. Yeah, I can already tell you this is way different than the L42 that I have. I might have gotten a dud bottle because this just went on way nicer than my L42. Yeah, what the heck. Way nicer. So this looks actually like smooth on my face, doesn't look heavy or cakey. The L42, when I put it on, looks like I'm wearing a ton of makeup. This is just sitting on my skin really nice. This oxidizes, it's gonna be too dark, but right now I think it can work. Okay, so that one side, I think we did get pretty much full coverage. So let's try the brush side now. So it goes on totally fine with the brush. I think we got pretty much same exact coverage, but I do think it's easier to apply and a little bit quicker with the sponge. Results look about the same though. My pores are looking pretty big right now, but that's kind of usual. The rest of my face looks really nice. Looks like satin matte finish still. So it is a little bit dark. You can see the line right here. I wonder if L43 would be better for me. I have never gotten this kind of finish or just texture with the L42, so I'm pretty sure either the formula is different in that one or I just got a bad bottle. But right now I like this. It looks really nice. So we're gonna call the check-in time 9 o'clock. I don't think I'm gonna set this with the powder just because it is supposed to be mattifying and good for all day wear. So I kind of want to see how it holds up on its own. So it is 9:17. The rest of my makeup is on. And I'm a little bit shocked by this one in a good way, just because I despise L42 so much. And this is like 180. This feels like a different foundation to me. Let me know down below if you've also experienced that with L42 or if I just need to buy a new bottle. This doesn't look totally matte to me. You can see on my forehead there's a little bit of like satin matte finish going on, which I love. I don't like a totally matte foundation. It feels like it's starting to totally set. I didn't apply a powder on top. Blush, bronzer, highlight blended out totally fine on top without a powder. My only complaint right now is that it's settling in a little bit of a wrinkle up here. It's creasing a tiny bit on my forehead. I'm hoping it doesn't do that around my nose. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that, but it's kind of just settling into that one little wrinkle right there. So on the rest of my face, I did kind of a throwback today. I used all products I haven't used in a super long time. I used my Body Shop bronzing powder in 01. This is like oldie but a goodie. I used to love this thing. I didn't put a blush on. This is all that I have on my cheeks. MAC Lightscapade Skin Finish. Also love this, and I got this from Glambot like a couple years ago. And then eyes, I use the Sephora and Pantone palette, which this is also from a couple years ago. I wish they made this permanent because the colors in here I feel like are so in right now, all of these warms and like greens and stuff. Lips, I used Rimmel First Class Nude with a little bit of NYX High Voltage Mirage over top. Did that whole thing without even half a cup of coffee. I feel kind of proud of myself. So we're gonna wear this throughout the day. I will check back in a few hours. Okay, it is now 1:27, so the foundation's been on for about 4.5 hours. I feel like it's oxidized a little. Here's my neck. It looks a bit dark. I might need to go with the 43 shade or mix in a tiny bit of L42. From far away, I feel like it looks really nice. Just kind of matte and smooth. And then when you get really up close, and like actually look at the texture, it looks like it's almost separating a little bit on my forehead, especially in the center of my face. Nothing major really on the rest of my face. My face looks a little bit dry, and under my lip I am starting to get a little bit of creasing. I think the center of my forehead right here is the only part that doesn't look great. I need a nice moisturizing or smoothing primer under this one because it does look like it just needs a little something. Last check-in will be at 6 p.m. so I'll check back with you guys then. So it is now, what is on my hand right now? Alright, so it's now 7:08. So the foundation's been on for 10 hours. I didn't end up going to the thing I was gonna go to, so we got an extra hour out of it. For being what's supposed to be a mattifying foundation, I feel like I look pretty freaking, oh, alarm to do this. I feel like I look pretty oily right now, especially on my forehead, and it looks like it's broken down a lot on my forehead as well. It's kind of like separating stuff, not even in the center of my face, but kind of all over my forehead. I think next time this is one that I would definitely set. It does look too dark now. I think I would try this again. I would just set it with a powder. I do really like the coverage and it looks really nice for the first few hours, I think. It went on totally fine. I'm just not super wowed by it at this point, but this might just be one of those that I might fall in love with if I use it with different products. Mature skin or dry skin, I would say stay away from this one. I don't think it really will do anything for you. Oily skin, set with a powder. Regular skin, you'd probably be fine. But I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.